You know that feeling like you've got this invisible sign on your forehead that tells people exactly how to treat you? Well, it turns out you kinda do. We're about to break down 5 tiny, silent signals you're sending out every single day that decide how people see you. Haven't you ever wondered about that? You see someone walk into a room and boom, they just command it without even saying anything. Meanwhile, other people can feel like they're wearing an invisibility cloak. It's a really frustrating feeling. So what's actually going on there? Here's the secret. It's not about having the biggest personality or being the loudest person in the room. It all comes down to these tiny, subconscious signals you send with your body and your voice. The best way to think about it is like this. You're holding a remote control that's telling everyone around you how to react to you, whether they should listen or ignore you or even kind of push you around. Okay, so let's get into our first signal. This one is all about time, but not the time on a clock. It's about that tiny little space, that gap between when someone makes a request and when you react. This is where you find the power of the pause. Let's play this out. Picture it. You're in a coffee shop, you're looking at your phone, and someone says, "Excuse me." That instant knee-jerk reaction to jump out of the way, it sends a subconscious message. It says your need is way more urgent than whatever I was doing. But what if you just took 3 seconds? You finish typing your word, then you look up and calmly step aside. The message completely flips. Now it says, my attention has value. See, you weren't rude, not at all. You were just in control of your own time. And just like that, with that tiny little pause, the entire perception of you shifts. You're no longer just available whenever. You are now someone who is engaged in something that actually matters. It's such a subtle change, but the impact is massive. All right, signal number 2. This one's about something you do every single day without even thinking about it. Walking. It turns out where your face is pointing while you move, well, it speaks volumes about your place in the world. These are habits most of us never ever think about. When you walk with your chin down, it signals submission. If your eyes are constantly darting from side to side, it broadcasts insecurity, like you're looking for someone's approval. But walking with your face forward and your chin level, that sends a totally different message. A clear, powerful one that says, I belong here. I know exactly where I'm going. Seriously, try this for yourself. It's a little experiment. Next time you're walking through a busy street or a crowded office, just make a conscious effort to keep your face forward and hold a neutral expression. You might be completely shocked at how people just seem to part for you, giving you more space. Your body's telling them you're on a mission. Okay, our third signal might feel a little weird, a little counterintuitive. It's all about how you listen. And it turns out that sometimes doing less actually projects way more confidence. In a conversation, stillness is a superpower. So on one side, you have the performing listener. And let's be honest, we all do this sometimes, right? You're leaning in, you're nodding like one of those dashboard toys, making all those yep, sounds. It feels like you're being polite, but the hidden message is all about anxiety. Please, please see that I'm paying attention. But then you have the professional listener. Think of a therapist or a really sharp lawyer. They're still. They just hold eye contact. Their message is pure confidence. I'm secure enough to simply listen to you. And here's the paradox, the really interesting part. Your stillness doesn't make the other person feel ignored at all. It actually makes them feel profoundly heard. Your calm presence is basically saying that their words are important enough on their own. You don't need to perform to prove it. And when people feel that, they don't just talk at you, they connect with you. Moving on to signal 4. Now, this is something almost nobody thinks about, your voice. And listen, it's not about being loud, it's about being consistent. There are 2 really common vocal habits that just subtly destroy your authority. First, you've got the trail off. You know what I'm talking about, where your voice just kind of fades out at the end of a sentence. It signals uncertainty, like you're asking for permission to have your own opinion. Then there's the opposite, the sudden spike. That's when you're talking quietly until you feel like you're being ignored and then you suddenly get louder. That signals that you don't think you deserve attention unless you fight for it. So what's the fix? Well, it's simple, but man, it takes practice. You just aim to keep a consistent volume, from the very first word of your sentence to the very last. That vocal steadiness is incredibly powerful. It communicates that you believe what you're saying and you expect to be heard without ever having to shout. Okay, our 5th and final signal. This one might be the most primal one of all. It's deeply, deeply baked into our biology, and it's all about what you're doing with your hands. Go ahead and look at your hands right now. Where are they? Are they shoved in your pockets? Are your arms crossed? If they're hidden, you're sending a primal signal of defense. It says, I'm protecting myself. But when your hands are visible, resting on the table or just hanging at your sides, the signal is one of peace and confidence. It tells everyone's subconscious brain, I'm comfortable, we're safe here. I mean, this goes way, way back to our ancient survival instincts. For thousands of years, visible hands have been the universal sign of trust. It's a super powerful nonverbal cue that you are not a threat and that you don't see one either. It just instantly puts everyone around you at ease. So after looking at all of these signals, the pause, the walk, the stillness, the voice, the hands, you start to see this common thread, right? These aren't just random habits or quirks. Every single one of them is a small physical symptom of a deeper underlying fear. And this is where it all clicks. Every single one of these habits is just a mask for a specific fear. That instant reaction, it's not about being polite. It's a fear of disappointing someone. Looking down when you walk, that's not about being shy. It's a fear of really being seen. These aren't just quirks. They are your physical armor. And recognizing the fear you're wearing is the very first step to taking it off. Okay, so we've identified the signals, we see the fears behind them. But hey, knowledge isn't enough, right? So how do you actually make a change without feeling totally overwhelmed? Let's build a simple, doable plan. Here is the most important rule of all. Do not try to fix everything at once. That is a recipe for failure, I promise you. Instead, pick the one signal from this list that really made you go, oh yeah, that's me. Just one. And for the next 3 days, focus only on that single habit. Once it starts to feel a bit more natural, then you can stock another one on top. This is all about small, consistent wins. And let's be really clear about the goal here. This isn't about faking a new personality or trying to become someone you're not. Not at all. This is about removing the static, the unintentional signals that are getting in your way. You are simply turning off that subconscious broadcast that's been saying, hey, it's okay to overlook me. So there you have it. The information is yours. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? Think about it right now. Which one of these signals will be your focus for the next 3 days? Pick one, commit to it, and just watch as the world starts responding, not to your old fears, but to the confident person who was there all along. You might be surprised who you see.